other characters real quick to get that done. Also, I need to throw myself a Norfleet real quick, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to give myself a Norfleet so that we can get a challenge done that needs doing. The great Wilso. Thanks for being here, Wilso. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Oh yeah, Norfleet. Gonna get myself a Norfleet because we're trying to work on a challenge too, which is challenge accepted. You have to get tier 1 of all the challenges. We're close. It's a rocket launcher and a shotgun that's holding us back. Also a vehicle, but I could probably do that off stream. I might do it tonight before we get off if we have time. But as I say, it'll probably be late. It'll probably be like 3 or 4 when I get done with everything tonight. So what I'm going to try to do is get done with everything. Sooner we get started, obviously, the better. And cut into sleep tomorrow to finish this all up. And then have a shorter stream tomorrow would be the plan. Just do the Commander Lilith DLC and be done. And then come back with Tales from the Borderlands on Thursday. That's how we're looking right now. Like I said, I'm going to give myself a... Oh, I remember. I was not going to give myself a Norfleet yet. Because I'm just about to hit level 51. So we'll do that in a moment. We will do that in a moment. Okay. First things first, we're going to go into Bunkers and Badasses. This was a very well-received DLC. I've given my side of things, which is that I felt like I was kind of grinding it, just going through the motions at this point in my Borderlands life. I played beyond this. I played up through the Headhunter pack, so I did not buy them all. I bought the Halloween one because I really like Dr. Ned's, but... Alright, I'm going to pause music. Let's enjoy it. There is some spoilers, though. This actually ties into the pre-sequel. And why there is, to this day, so much confusion surrounding the pre-sequel amongst people, unfortunately.
What's initiative?
It says which order we attack in.
I punched the initiative. What's going on?
He punches the initiative.
Tina, why don't you start over?
Welcome, fine ladies, to your first
Thank you, thank you.
coolest game in world, Bunkers and Badasses.
Yes.
As your bunker master, I will be spinning today's tale of fantasy and...
Wait, why the hell are we playing this kid's game?
Morty, still driving deep into his alcoholism.
Right, though. Shut up.
Well, our vault hunting buddies
Okay.
slam-a-jamma out of that Hyperion informant downstairs. I thought we could play...
Slam-a-jamma.
Now, pick your characters. You got the Necromancer, the Commando, the Siren.
Siren. Dibs. My siren's name is Brick, and she is the prettiest.
Tina, why don't we just start now and figure that out later?
Come on, girl. You know we gotta wait for Roland before we start.
This role-playing element and how attached people become to these characters, especially because they kept the Borderlands 1 characters around, so people really started to get attached to the lore and role-playing, is another thing that challenged the pre-sequel. Because you knew that Nisha and Wilhelm were going to die. So it's like, I'm pretty invested in them, but at the same time, I don't want to attach too much to them because they're RIP. No more future. Gearbox even regrets killing Nisha off, and it's too bad. If they can resurrect Handsome Jack, they should totally feel willing to resurrect Nisha. Ah, crap. I completely just missed out on all the crap that I had tried to tie together for my character before we started this. There's some stuff we need to work on while we're working on this. So to make sure we get all our challenges done.
I say we head toward the town to investigate.
Defudge what? So Gearbox loves Dungeons and Dragons, and they've talked about that a lot, and they play it as a team, and you would have loved this DLC, Will, so I know that you burned out a little bit, but coming back for this DLC probably would have been worth it for you. This DLC was super well received. It's the Nox DLC of this one. So I'm excited to re-experience it and with fresh eyes and everything, and with a fresh perspective. And I hope that it takes me by surprise and I realize how good it is. I know that it was a really solid chunk of DLC.
Didn't you just say the
provided some actually meaningful canon to the story and some endgame. I mean, it provided probably the best raid boss in the game, probably the best Circle of Slaughter they had done up to this point. It was overall, you could tell that they've had a lot of fun doing it. Their best content is always the stuff they had fun doing. And I hear the Claptrap-tastic DLC, which will probably be on next week, I would hope. Yeah, definitely next week at the latest, obviously. Is like the best DLC they've ever done. And I've yet to experience it, so we definitely want to dive into that on our journey to get all the achievements here. Should be good. The best one is they respect your true non-existent gender identity in the robots. I think the fave theories about the new Vault Hunters they're just Battleborn characters. They're just B&B characters of the first years that would 100% explain that Mario ripped and punches everything. That's interesting. Who came up with that? Was that one where, like, I think Ashton sent me a message on that they, like, kind of gave away where they were heading in the future with this. But those lines were made up. That guy wrote that himself. You just noticed that, like, oh, my siren, she punches and she is the prettiest. Like, but it doesn't actually go into near as much detail as... Like, the one guy had that write-up and it, like, literally gives away Zane 100%. Yeah, but that's an interesting... Oh, that was something. My bad. Yeah, the same color as Wilso there. My bad, dude. Yo. Hey. Watch out. My bad, son. Here we go. Something else. Hello, something. Thank you for being here. Something's funny. He's charming. Are we just filming a mixer? He's got an engineering degree. Who are you talking to? It's just me here. Well, something's in the chat. I watched a YouTube video. I figured you'd be up to date on Wilso on the latest boogie drama. Seemed interesting. My teeth are going through something right now, I'm telling you.
Does that work?
Mr. Bony Pants guy. It's been a bit. It was an interesting thing to read. It was an interesting thing to read, and I was completely convinced, like, oh, this is... Oh my god, they really did give it away 100%, but then I found out it was fan fiction. They do kind of give it away, though, like, you know, the punchy siren and all that. They do kind of give it away, so... There's definitely some truth to it. Sadly, just not as much truth to it as we thought, but... I'll talk more about the one big hint that they give in this. That has, to this day, thrown people for a loop. And... was just step one of the curse that the pre-sequel was forced to suffer from. Have you played much pre-sequel something? Did you do the Claptastic Voyage? I'm hearing really great things about Claptastic Voyage, and I never played it. I played through pre-sequel, I got into endgame with pre-sequel, my Wilhelm's like level 55 or something, but I was not around for the DLCs. I think I went back to Destiny, because there was... no one was playing pre-sequel. And so... and obviously it had so many problems when it launched. A lot of bugs, a lot of major design issues, not being able to respawn bosses, not being able to farm, no endgame at all. A lot of nerfs to the one boss you could farm, etc, etc. I mean, it was based off what the characters after they did big info drops. Right, but it wasn't actually like... well, we just watched the intro cinematic. Like, they didn't talk about any of that shit, sadly. They do the punchy siren, but... you know, they don't go into, like... His name is Zane, or he's an operative, and he's related to Baron Flint and Captain Flint and the Hodunks, or the Zaffords, I mean. Like, they don't give away that much. Because I was with you. I read it on Reddit as well, and I saw Ashton's thing on Twitter. I'm like, holy shit, man, they really did, like, playing this all the way back then. But then you think about it, it's been in development 5 years, so... back in 2013 when this came out, they wouldn't have known what the hell they were going to do next. Like, they wouldn't have had those characters already down. They would be still... they still have, like, 50 characters on a board deciding what they're going to do. Oh... it's probably better if we go through it on Discord, but I can give the gist of it. Yeah, it's the same story repeating itself. He mentioned something on his Twitch. I actually thought he was going on a pretty decent rant. Like, he was going at it, and he was doing pretty good to begin with. And he's talking about how, like, people that harass like Wings and people who harass Tax Season and people who harass him are like lower than they are. Like if you think that him and Wings and Tax Season are bad, then how bad are you that you're lower than they are, that you don't have anything to like do? It's kind of like he was doing good because he was kind of doing the whole Dave Chappelle thing that he did in his latest comedy special, where he's like talking about how it's so tough to do anything anymore because everyone digs into your past and just looks to destroy you. Like, you know, okay, the whole Kevin Hart thing, people will dig into your tweets from 15 years ago just to try to destroy you. And he was doing okay then. He's like, he started getting melodramatic and he's like, let me be the martyr. Let me be the martyr. Yeah, well, that's where he went off the rails, right? Like, so he starts getting melodramatic with the whole let me be the martyr thing, but it's alright because he still kind of has this cadence down and a rhythm and he's making a point. Then he goes completely, you know, into left field and he says that these people who, the mob on Twitch and Reddit and shit are worse than Nazis and rapists, and that's like, okay, come on. These people are annoying, there's no fucking doubt about it, and they need to get a life. That's the God's honest truth, but they haven't raped anybody and they haven't murdered anybody. He's like, they're lower than those people because at least they, you know, have an objective in mind. And it's like, having no objective is better than having an objective that revolves around raping or killing. So he goes, you know, fucking completely off the rails, and obviously this starts a bunch of drama. But then he posts that thing on Twitter and he's like, I'm doubling down, because he's trying to please everybody. This guy's on the front line of something new. To be fair to him, you know, we don't know what this looks like after 20 years of a career on this shit and having your life digitized, but so at the very least there's a lot of things you can learn from this guy. But he's doubling down, right? He's doubling down. And then people start giving him a lot of shit, like, okay, you're doubling down on something that's really fucking stupid, though. It's too bad because he was doing okay to begin with. He really was. And then people start calling him on it, and he tries to change his story. His story now is that those people are worse than the people who harassed and murdered that Christine Gummy. Which, I don't know this story, but apparently, you know, one of these trolls murdered somebody. So that's really awful, but that's not what he said to begin with is the problem. He tried to fit the situation to better meet his argument, but it wasn't his original argument. So he was still backpedaling and still, like, really starting to tread water. And then all the big YouTubers got involved, and Keemstar called him on it and said, oh, like, you know, everybody's been watching your back, everybody's been trying to help you through your mental illnesses and real life outside of, because all these old-time YouTubers, like, stick together. Those people that were there at the beginning when YouTube hit its golden day, like, they're all buddies, and whether they're unionized or not, they talk. So anyways, he's like, you know, we've been watching your back, we've been trying to help you and protect you, and then you, like, do this stupid shit again, why do you keep messing up, and you're gonna go on drama alert, and you really called him out. And I thought Keemstar made good points. But, then Boogie, like, really started to apologize, and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I fucked. He started doing that thing he does, where, like, the people that are being nice to him, that are like, dude, it's okay, just get off Twitter. It's like, fuck off, and then the people that are being really shitty to him, like, you're just a fucking man-child, Jesus. Just get over it. He's like, I know, I fucked up. I'm an awful human being. I'll do what needs to be done. So he starts this whole self-harm shit again. And just starts tearing into himself, and it gets pretty annoying. Because he's one of those nice guys. Like, when he was dating... I don't like criticizing people, because I believe in karma, but... I read that book, No More Mr. Nice Guy, and that's classic nice guy syndrome, is... He was dating that girl on that sugar daddy site when she went to go leave to go do her cam show. He's like, you can't fucking leave me right now, you know I'll kill myself, you know I'm in a terrible place, how could you, like, putting people through a massive psychological guilt trip is not being a man. It's being a nice guy. Like, you act like you're the fucking best and you're just the victim, but really you're super passive aggressive and manipulative. So anyway, you know, he was doing that number where it's like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself, and I hate myself, and woe is me, and... It just keeps repeating itself, and normally I would feel kind of bad for him, but... These people who can turn their mental illness on and off at the flick of a switch is pretty revealing of what's really going on. When you're sick, like, say my grandma's got bronchitis, like she gets... She can't just, like, be not sick. She has to get over the virus. If someone has schizophrenia, like, they can't just shut that off, dude. The voice is in their head. They're hallucinating. It's intense. You can do a CAT scan and there's physiological indicators for schizophrenia. You know it's there. The brain scans look different. You can do blood samples to see if someone has depression. But this, you know, when someone has got, I'm not talking about like people who have been through truly traumatic events, because post-traumatic stress syndrome is 100% real. I had an Uncle Lloyd who fought in World War II, and he had it bad. Like, he'd have these massive nightmares. He was a Marine in World War II, and he would, like, have fucking nightmares. But, you know, Boogie supposedly has PTSD, and he's got everything. And so it's like, it's always there when he needs it, you know? And that's kind of annoying, because I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. It's either you're sick, like Baru. Baru's clearly had struggles and has gone to therapy and stuff, and I really respect that. Like, I really believe his, because you can tell he doesn't want to fucking have it. And you just like, you can tell that it's either there for him or not, and he's working on it, and God bless him for that, because that takes a lot of strength. Whereas Boogie's is like, uh-oh, I fucked up, I said something stupid. I better say that I've got a mental illness. Which, TOS, I guess I'm talking some shit, but this is to reveal the latest drama. And then he says, to finish this all up, this quest is pretty fun. He's like, people are like, just get off Twitter, dude. Just stop. Just get off Twitter. Log off. And he's like, I know I have to. I need to do what needs to be done. He's like, all right, I just wanted to update all of you that I've got a caretaker. A friend has come over to be my caretaker, and they've taken my phone away. Well, dude, it's something you can't do that. Will, so you can't. None of us can fucking do that. You know what you do? You turn the phone off. You know what I did? I uninstalled the Twitter app. Not that I was necessarily tweeting stupid shit, but just so that I wouldn't. Just have a little bit of willpower. Just the tiniest sliver of willpower to get off your phone and off the internet. That whole thing where it's like, oh, my last tweet, here we go, last tweet. This shit is kind of, you know, worrying people. Oh, man, hopefully he's not going to do it this time. He had to have a friend come over and take his phone away? Like, just do it yourself, man. It's not hard. Just get off fucking Twitter, dude. It's not hard. If you need to, just turn your fucking router off. Anyway, and he's like, I've been able to convince my caretaker to give my phone back. And keeps tweeting. And he's like, I know I fucked up. And he's like, I genuinely love you all. And I thought to myself, dude, you don't even know me, first of all. And you don't know us. How can you genuinely love someone you don't fucking know? And just a moment ago, he was like, fuck you to the whole world. That whole shit is crazy. Anyway, then he's like, last tweet. Then he comes back an hour later. I'm okay, I'm with my caretaker. I'm safe now. It's amazing how much that turned on him. Like, he was doing okay. And when he doubled down, it's like, all right, you said something stupid at the end of that rant. You went way too far. But you were doing okay before that. Apologize for that. Stick up for the rest of it. Move on. It just fucking blew up on him. He started doing okay, and then it turned into this whole thing where he just... Ooh, an 18. Can't escape. Alright, now, I went on my thing there, so sorry, I got behind. I didn't want to break my chain of thought. Alright, so there. But you looks like you were already kind of up to date on that whole fucking thing, Will, so... Keemstar has to talk sense into you. You've gone too far. Keemstar is smart. Keemstar, you know, he understands that... Look, I take all this YouTube shit with a grain of salt. Because these guys have all gotten smarter, and now it's more like WWE. Most of it's fake. Most of it is fake. I've literally read in books on, you know, like instructional guides on how to get partnered on Twitch or how to become big on YouTube. Start drama. Start shit with somebody. If you're really smart, you organize the shit, just like WWE. So it's like, I'm going to start a beef with something. Something and I are going to be friends behind the scenes, but we're going to start this massive fucking beef with one another. Like, Asgold and his buddy have, like, are in a fight right now. And there's a really good chance that that shit is just... They made it up. Like, Dr. Disrespect. That's become the future because it's entertainment. It's a sitcom, right? So, the thing is, Keemstar, I think, is a character and has understood this media environment better than most people. and has operated a business accordingly. He's fucked up in the past, to be fair. He definitely has, but, you know, like throwing that ice cream cone in that kid's face when he wanted a 360 and shit, that was messed up. But at the same time, I think that he's been very aware, much like, it's me, Austin, what's that guy's name? Yeah, that guy really understands media. Anyway. Yeah, Keemstar talked, you've gone too far. True, says something, thank you something. Grummy, I think her stalker killed her. I mean, yeah, that's fucked up. That's obviously not a good situation. Those are the people you do have to watch out for. I was telling my grandma about this situation before I got on here, because she always thinks this is, you know, like crazy. And I said, you know, it's not people like on Reddit that hate you have to watch out for. Because no one kicks a dead dog. It's tough to ignore it, sure. But what I think about and what Boogie ignores is like, oh, okay, say there's somebody like on Battleborn. When we streamed Battleborn, we had some haters. All right. And they're like, oh, you're schizophrenic and all this weird shit, you know. That doesn't matter. No one kicks a dead dog. We have to think about the night that we had 100 subs and something said all those nice things, and Wilson said those nice things, and Jeremiah and Ashton, and like, those are your friends. Those are the people that you're rooting for to succeed, and they're rooting for you. And those are the people that you pay attention to and stick by. Boogie has like 8 million people cheering for him and saying and wanting him to do well and be healthy and all this shit. And he ignores all those people for the people on Reddit who are overly cruel, I believe. I don't think you say things like that about somebody, especially when you can just hide. You don't gotta face them like a man and fight. You gotta sit there, you can say they look like fucking sludge and they have chitlin teeth and you can get to hide behind the keyboard. I think that means you're a bitch. But you don't pay attention to those people. Those people are just haters. You pay attention to the people like Wilso or something, or Jeremiah or Ashton or Justin or whoever, you know, Walter, like you pay attention to your friends. They matter, not the other people. You know, Fitman, except... I'm not saying that's easy. I know that is easier said than done, but I'm going to do my best personally to do that as we continue on our journey. And it feels like if Boogie would just do that, because he has all these people, when he was doing that rant, saying all these really nice things to him in chat. You can see all the really nice things they're saying. And it's like, if he just stopped for just a moment, he would have won. He would have had a moment where he actually won, because he went on a good rant, then he fucking ruined it, and he had all these people saying nice things to him that I wish he would have just looked at those for just a moment. Okay, help on being oppressed. These people who can switch mental illnesses off and on make me suspect. Yeah, well, I agree with you something. I agree with you. I had my mom take my phone away because I'm a fucking shit. Right, and if you're almost a 40-year-old man, you gotta have your phone taken away. What? Huh? You gotta, like, you gotta seize that shit. I know he's been through some shit. But these are the little things. These are the little things. I've seen it. Lose some fucking weight. Get your headspace right. He needs to save us for a weight loss. I said nice things. Bullshit, you fuck. He has the same problem Total Biscuit had. People would watch his vids talk about games, but a handful of people would troll and call him shit, and it sent him in a downward spiral. Because he'd freak out about the criticism. I mean, so I was a bodybuilder, and weightlifting to me is still one of the things that centers me. I'm not gonna, but it's one of my personal spaces. It's one of my territories, as Stephen Pressfield would say. It's one of my territories. I need it. It keeps me balanced. I'm someone who really supports people who go on weight loss journeys and health journeys. I think it can change your entire fucking life. I think that it can change your headspace, as you're saying, Will. So. And I think that it can resolve a lot of your depression if you just start to move forward and find purpose in your life and know that you can accomplish things and start to feel your body again. Start to know that your body can treat you. If you treat your body well, it'll treat you well. But I don't believe in that, like calling people like fatty or something like that. Never. Because it just doesn't help them. It doesn't help them. As I say, I was bullied in school, so it's another reason I don't believe in it. When I was in middle school, before I became a football player and all this horse shit, which taught me a lot about the world, huh? Become a starter on the football team, suddenly you got a lot of friends. But, I want to see people be able to succeed with their life and be happy and get into good shape and be happy with themselves. And I know that is a slow process. You don't just suddenly become a fucking bodybuilder. It takes years. It took him years to get into that body. It took him years to get into that body of bad habits. And it's going to be hard at that age, though it's very possible to do it. Of course it's possible.
We should go find
To
this
change those habits. Or steroids. Even with steroids, it still takes a long time and a lot of training and a lot of eating right. And I was a natural bodybuilder. We had to do drug tests for my shows, but...
Forgot to put a piece.
So, you know, yeah, like emotional breakdown type shit.
Girl looks
Like,
she got
Total
a-
Biscuit would have those.
I'd punch her, bro.
So I'm just a big believer in very small goals. Small steps, nothing extreme, nothing crazy, and just getting the next right thing done. So, you know, today, make today good. Eat your meals right. Do your little bit of exercise today. Know that it's a marathon. It's a lifelong thing. Being in shape and being healthy is literally a lifelong thing. You have this body, it's the only body you have, and you can't just do it for a week and be done. You have to do it your entire lifetime to be healthy. And that's what undoes a lot of people, is they, especially in America. This isn't just him, it's America. That's that whole surgery culture, the pill. Give me a fucking pill. Give me a pill. Give me a pill. That'll fix it. Give me a pill. Let me go on the Atkins. Let me go on the Oprah diet. Let me do the keto. Dude, keto is fine. I've done it for bodybuilding, but it's extreme. Any of those are extreme. You know, you just have to count calories. It's literally just that simple. Count calories, get your macros right. It's that simple and it's that hard. But no, I don't like... I would never do that to somebody. If someone really lets their life go, I would, like, if I was, say, their personal trainer, I would fire them like a doctor can fire a patient or a psychologist. And be like, dude, you're just not listening. Now, that shit's for real. When people just don't listen, they sit there and they whine. Like on My 600 Pound Life. People are terrible about that on My 600 Pound Life. They're deranged. They think it's water weight, like 50 pounds of water weight, which is not possible. They think that it's not their fault that they got into this body that they got into. And sure, they've probably been through some hard shit, but no, it was your fault. You ate the food. You ate the food over 20 years and you put yourself into a big body and it happened, but now you have to work on it. And that means you got to own that shit. Just like an alcoholic, you got to own that you're a food addict. You're going to have to change your habits to change your life. But I can see why, like, you have to have extreme patience. Those doctors, I don't know how they do it half the time. When they're like, oh, it's not my fault that I'm, you know, this fat, it's my thyroid, or it's water, or it's because I was abused. It's not true. Sure, you were abused and that shit's messed up, but a lot of people were abused who didn't get to 1,000 pounds. It's because you're addicted to food.
Nobody's technically allowed in the forest since the world went dark, but the gatekeeper's a real pushover. Just tell him I sent you.
Shit, I knew a girl had a thyroid problem. She had problems gaining weight. Right, well, hey, thyroid problems are legit, but it doesn't get you to 600 pounds. Like, you're either like skinny, or like my ex-girlfriend, she had a cat. Her grandma had a cat. Great cat. Fucking got close with this cat. He was a Tom. He had a thyroid problem. This was an active indoor-outdoor cat. Loved to hunt, loved to run around. Great cat. But he fucking had a huge fat body because he had a thyroid issue. He was super healthy. He had a skinny little head. But, like, the point is the cat wasn't 1,000 pounds. It was a little overweight. And that, it's healthy to have some weight, right? But it's not healthy to get to extreme weights like these people get to. And I'm not paying any attention. I'm going on a fucking weight loss thing. But that's the struggle. Like, that's why I don't completely demonize what you just said about Boogie. Because he's kind of at that point where it has been years and 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 years of going in circles. People saying exactly what we're saying right now, like, this is...
Okay, the gatekeeper is now Mr. Cord.
And just going in circles. So, like, if, you know, that's your patient, say you're a doctor, you'd fire that patient, because they're not listening to the advice. They don't want to actually change. You have a hole and you're filling it with food. Shit, I knew a girl had a thyroid problem. That is true, though. What you just said is something I would be okay with, too. Like, that is also true. You're eating too much. You're eating too much and you're not eating good foods. Like, when people always say they're bulking, that shit always blows my mind. You're not working out, you're eating tons of sweets, always be like, I'm fucking bulking, dude. I'm bulking, bro. I'm just getting buff. Dude, bulking is not eating a bunch of shit. It is not going to McDonald's and eating 3 fucking quarter pounders, unless you are on steroids, because your body will adjust. You'll give yourself a heart attack at 40, but you can eat shittier if you're on steroids. But if you're doing natural bodybuilding, you can't eat that shit like that. Bulking means like The Rock eats. That's exactly how you have to eat. It's a clean bulk. If you don't want to not have a heart attack and you want to not look like dog shit so that you actually stand a chance of losing that weight, then yeah, bulk. You want to gain some lean muscle. It's going to take some work and you do it, but you don't bulk by eating fucking ice cream and burgers and fries. I'm bulking up, dog. No, you're not. You're just getting fat. Which is fine. If you want to get fat, get fat. This is America, but don't tell me you're like getting into shape for something when you're eating like that. Stop cultivating and start harvesting. Well, people bulk and then they never lose the weight is what you see a ton of times, and that's why you can't do it like that too. It's the getting lean part that's hard. Alright, so what is this, like episode 70? Episode 70 starts with some YouTube trauma and philosophy on weight loss. Thanks for being here, by the way, Freak Show. Yo, Freak Show! At least we're off religion. Yesterday we were on religion and war and world history, and now today we're going to talk about, you know, exercise physiology and weight loss. But hey, it's true. There is a science, and it's really not very complicated. There's 4 calories in a carbohydrate, there's 4 calories in protein, there's 9 calories in fat. You get your macros right, you eat about a half a gram to a gram. Nothing crazy. You're not a bodybuilder, you're not an NFL athlete, so half a gram is not... Usually they'd say a gram, but I like to really... I'm all about small goals. You tell that person to walk 1,000 steps, that's it. 3 days a week. Not this like 7 days a week you're gonna fucking run 20 miles and you're gonna weight train 2 hours. They'll never keep it up. They've got to get some wins under their belt.
Hey, adventurer. It's closing time. These idiots can't
What the fuck?
throw 'em out for me.
Oh yeah, we get to kill this guy. Good. I forgot.
Thanks, sugar.
Oh, come on, all right. I'm sorry. Let me see nothing douchey again, I promise. Bitch! That is unacceptable!
This is where Mr. Birch really starts to say, hey, this is how he feels about the internet, dude. How do you feel about the situation? I just got to sit on my soapbox for 20 minutes and tell you my opinion on the situation, Will. So what's your opinion? You think you're going to buy Borderlands 3? Didn't you say you were going to buy it yesterday? Yo, what's the Grim? Thanks for being here, Steven. I appreciate it. You decided you're going to buy it? I thought you decided yesterday, though. That's cool. In fact, I thought you decided about a month ago. I'm excited you're going to buy it. You're going to buy the deluxe? You're going to buy the regular? Torg's great. I forgot how fucking funny Torg was.
It's ruining your campaign.
Woo! Punch him! Punch him! He fucking explodes. That's so good. Yeah, he's so excited about you punching him too. You watched about 4 hours of videos. I think so. You think you're gonna do the digital deluxe? Wow, you were hitting the books. You were hitting the books. You must be starting to get a little excited then, huh? Blew my mind. Adam wasn't kidding. I watched a video last night where a guy really was not gonna pre-order Borderlands 3 and didn't see any hype behind Borderlands 3 because it wasn't a live service game. Now, to be fair to this guy, he was pretty polite and he better explained his argument in another video. The other video didn't come across good, but he uploaded another one, and what he said was that he's not gonna buy it because he feels like because it's not gonna be a live service, he knows he can just get the $20 like Game of the Year edition, he feels like, down the road. So it's not so much that it's not doing like the living game thing, even though it is. It's doing events and the whole damn thing. It's that we need to make sure we get the ambulance. It's the only missable achievement in this. And not a one to tell them is the same thing happens with the live service game. The only difference is this game's going to be finished when it comes out, and your live service game that you buy for $20 down a year from now still won't be finished. And you'll be so far behind because there'll be so many radical, like Destiny. You know how hard it is to come right into Destiny fresh?
You enter the forest.
If you've played it and then took a break and then come back. If you play it for the first time ever, everything's just, that's just the way Destiny works. But it's how many times they change up the way that their loot and gear system works and their power system works. It'll throw you for a loop.
Dang, now I gotta come up with a better name for the forest.
And he says there's no hype behind it, which is, to me, ridiculous. There were people lined up around the block in California just to be at PAX, just to be in the convention hall to see it. Like, fans across, any Gearbox fans, any Borderlands fans have been waiting and waiting and waiting for this for 7 years. Granted, I was a fan of pre-sequel and Battleborn, so I feel like I've been waiting less time. I've been happy with the games they made. But definitely, this is an event, man. We've been waiting for this. I don't know where he's not seeing any hype behind it, because it's an event. This is going to be the most major AAA release of the year. Gears 5 will be pretty big, though not near as big. And then Cyberpunk, it's amazing that Cyberpunk's $50. I'm definitely going to pick that up. That should be the biggest one in 2020, though. No hype, bro. Yeah, no hype. I don't see that, though. I see tons of hype. Tons of hype.
You find a jewel on the ground. Maybe the queen left it to mark with love.
Then we should follow the jewels. They'll lead us right to her.
Yeah, what Big Lily Style said.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sam. This is the most hyped release for 2019. I don't see how he could see it any differently. Oh yeah, the Handsome Jack comes back again. They got a lot of use out of this guy. This was a really good DLC. Just the theme of it is fun. So that the fucking Gearbox is the master of the reskin. It's fucking Maya. Though for Unreal Engine 4, they no reskins. They had to redo every freaking art asset. So this was quite the what the hell? I thought you were a friend. Alright, so we're going to run the main story, and then what's going to happen is eventually there's going to be a side mission that's kind of tucked away and hidden away, and that's the one we can miss, so we have to be careful about that. Wait until Anthem comes out. Wait till Anthem really comes out, and see, that's why I don't buy into what he's saying. Like, if you're going to buy a $60 game, don't buy a live service game. That's the game you're going to get gypped on down the road, when you could just wait until they're actually done with it, spend 20 bucks on it, and get the full version. If you're going to spend, and this is also another point is, we'll first finish that one. If you're going to buy a game at 60 bucks, buy one like Borderlands that's a proper old school AAA release. That you know you're going to get full story DLCs. The company has tons of goodwill. They've always done right by their games within their power to do so. They've always packed a lot of value into their games. I don't understand sitting out. And so the second point is vote with your wallet. He says he's going to play Shadowkeep over Destiny. He's like, he said that he felt that Borderlands 3 would just be a sideshow game. Like a bunch of big streamers and content producers and YouTubers and his friends, they're all going to like, yeah, they might stop in for Borderlands and they'll play it for like a week, but then they're going to go play Shadowkeep, or they're going to go play Classic WoW, they're going to go play Final Fantasy VIII. They're not going to want to play Borderlands. He's not been paying attention to any of the endgame stuff, and he's also not, if he's a big Borderlands 2 guy, he's not paying attention to how people played Borderlands 2. This game was before the whole live service shit, before Destiny 2 brought it with all its malicious DRM bullshit. And this game still lasts people to this day. It has over 12,000 concurrent players on Steam every day. When they announced Borderlands 3, they hit 2 million players. People did not quit playing this game. This game was the furthest thing from a sideshow attraction game. People always return to it. So to think that Borderlands 3, that's going to be 10 times bigger and better than ever, is going to be a week adventure is, it's just not even within the realm of the arguments to be made against it. He's going to instead return to Destiny 2, that he feels is much like a much better investment. It's like, you're going to support Destiny and all of its bullshit. It's loot boxes, it's microtransactions, it's always online, it's server-sided. This whole live service model brought to the extreme. Granted, they've done a lot of like good stuff with Destiny. I'm not arguing against that. And Destiny's done a lot of really cool things with game design and development for all games, not just FPS. But its business model is not something I agree with on principle. We're gonna get a game that's $60 at launch that's gonna offer you hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of content if you really dig into the end game, just at launch, with live events, just like a live service game, with 4 to 10 hour DLCs per usual, probably even bigger this time. And as I say, they've always done right by their games. Even the pre-sequel, they patched to get it in good shape. This guy's clearly insane, bro. Bungie might get it right this time, okay? Play Destiny. I'm not sacrificing Borderlands 3 for Destiny 2. How could we? Like, as Wilson just said, like, oh, they're finally going to get it right this time. Well, Gearbox spent 7 years to get it right. They spent 7 years to get it right without it being on our dime like Destiny did. People have spent over $200 on Destiny 2. I know that I did. On you know, across Destiny 1 and into Destiny 2 is probably $300. It's crazy. It's crazy. We're enabling this. We've been voting with our wallet, and this guy makes the argument that that's what we want to keep voting for, is you pay them to keep trying different development experiments and convince you that it's going to be completely perfect this time. It'll finally be the game we promised. To be fair, Destiny has slowly but surely started to deliver on a lot of promises, and I hear it's a really great game these days, but it's, again, the principle of the thing. I mean, I've said I'm done with Destiny. I know you're actually a Destiny player, though, so that means a lot more when you say that's something that you're going to be sidelining Destiny for Borderlands 3 for a little while. Long hates Overwatch, yet he plays it every day. Borderlands 2 is the grandfather of Destiny's whole concept. How in the hell do you think that one hasn't quite hit the mark in the previous games will live up to the new one? How in the hell do you think the one that hasn't quite hit the mark, the previous game, will live up to the new one? I agree with you, and I'm understanding your first sentence. Like, yeah, Borderlands is the godfather of the looter shooter. There's no doubt. Without it, in fact, I talk about this in the Anthem review, is like people not looking at this like a series of events. You can't have one without the other. Without Borderlands, there isn't Destiny. But arguably without Halo or without Brink, there may be not a Borderlands, you know. Or not Brink, but I think that if there wasn't a Brink, there isn't an Overwatch. Anthem review. How can you review a game that's not released yet? Anthem will save us. And that's why you arguing that it's better to pay $60 into the live service game rather than the full AAA release is a strange argument to make indeed. Destiny 2 hasn't hit the mark of Borderlands 2. How can it outdo Borderlands 3? Ah, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I agree with you something. Well, and I'll tell you another thing, though, too. And this is within your point. Is that, why are we even comparing them? This is what fucking hurts games across the industry in general, is not just like looking at a game, blah blah. Sorry, I should be paying attention. Okay, blood flute. Comparing Haze to Halo, comparing, you know, how many shooters in the early 2000s were always going to be the Halo killer? How many games were going to be the Gears of War killer? And then finally there was Destiny. And then every game is going to be the Destiny killer. Every game was Destiny was going to be the Borderlands killer. Destiny's not going to die. It has a strong community that aren't going anywhere. It's a foolish argument, in my opinion, to even try to insist that one is going to kill the other. Many people like yourself are going to play both. There's a hardcore Gearbox community that's not going to let Borderlands die. And it feels like those people are coming out for the third one. there's a hardcore Fallout 76 community that's not going to let that game die, and certainly not that franchise. You could release Fallout 5 today, even with 76 being as much bullshit as it is. We obviously don't need to get into, everyone knows the story. And you would still see millions of pre-orders. You would see very little flack or change in the amount of pre-orders that game would garner because of Fallout 76. You would need like 3 Fallout 76s in a row to finally really fucking ruin it, even though Bethesda's been on this downhill slide for a little while now. Like, people were saying Twitch was gonna die when Ninja left. Like, dude, it would take so much negligence to kill it. People say, oh, the country's gonna die every election. Do you realize how much negligence it would take to kill almost 300 years of history at this point? This extreme shit. I don't know what they call that, cancel culture or something, whatever the new fangled kids are saying in their memes and their sling-slongs. You know, it's either good or it's bad. If they fuck up one time, it's done. But I'm just saying it's a fool's errand anyway, and it's not good for games, in my opinion, to constantly pit them against one another. It's only natural. Like, I get that. It's only natural. But look at what it did to Battleborn. The constant, like, war that this was... It was Battleborn or it was Overwatch. Should have never have happened. It should have never have happened. But it did. And now it's going to happen with Destiny and Borderlands. And the competition will be partly good, but it'll be partly bad in that it splits people up. And it'll be like, oh, you're a Destiny player. Well, fuck you. And then you say, oh, you're a Borderlands player. Well, fuck you. And then there'll be players like yourself, something stuck in between. If this is the argument that's going to be made, that it's either play Shadowkeep in October or play Borderlands 3... I'm gonna be on both, guaranteed. Right. I know you're not saying that. I'm saying that people are saying that. And that's just not good for gamers, and it's not good for games. Because then you get games like Battleborn where people pick a side. People pick a side. Okay, I'm an Overwatch. I'm a Blizzard guy. I love Blizzard. I'm loyal to them. I played WoW. I played lots of StarCraft, so I'm in with Blizzard for this new IP, and there's no way I'll give Battleborn the time of day. Whereas if you don't set it up like it's a competition, which Gearbox did in spades with Battleborn, it was both that Battleborn had killed the baby, it had killed the golden goose, because instead of doing Borderlands 3, they did Battleborn, and then they had the double whammy of Blizzard people saying, hey, we got a new IP from this company we love, and it looks like Gearbox is trying to steal their thunder. Very bad for the game. This is going to be bad for both Borderlands 3 and Destiny if the argument is being made that it's either one or the other. But of course, my team is #Team Borderlands, and it's going to kick Destiny's ass because Destiny screwed me out of at least $300, and I won't ever play their games again. I'm not saying Borderlands 3 is going to be lay off my sling songs, you boomer butts. I need GAS. What's that? Because it guarantees continuing support until they abruptly stop, right? And hence the final issue with the live service game. You're fucking leasing it. It's on a server. You're renting time. There will come a point when you cannot access that content anymore. I've bought Borderlands 3 on disc. You know why? Because I can play it offline. I can play it split screen. That's where we should be voting, in my opinion. It's where I'm going to vote with my wallet. I want to be able, 20 years from now, with my grandkids, to pop in fucking Borderlands 3 on my old Xbox, and they think, what is that hunk of trash? And I'll say, this kid's was a 1X, and we all thought it was wonderful. And play Borderlands 3, because you know what game I'm not going to be able to do that with? Destiny. I'm not going to be able to pop my 1X into the... They'll consider the 4K HDR TV a piece of trash, and they'll be squinting their eyes. They'll have their VR headsets and their opioids injected into their arms at a constant flow, and I'll show them this, and they'll say, my God, what is this? And I'll say, now try to put in Destiny 1 Vanilla that you get at GameStop now for 50 yen, because China won. And they'll say, well, I can't play. And I'll say, well, why not? Well, it requires an internet connection. And then we'll plug it into the internet, which they'll do through their mouths, because an Ethernet will come out of their tongue. And they'll say, oh, the servers are down. And I say, that's right. I lost 3,000 hours to that game. I rented it. I rented it for hundreds of dollars, like a fucking new automobile, and people continue to buy it. Which is not the shit on the devs. None of these arguments ever I make are against devs, because I know they're just people. They're just doing their job. They worked hard. They got expertise. I think they're getting too much shit. I don't think they get listened to enough anymore. I think the mob has been ruling, and that's not good. This is about what Activision did. What Activision did to Bungie. And then later Bungie to itself, once the corruption was complete. Sorry guys, Xbox Live is unlocked, but your game isn't, so it's disc. So go fuck yourself. If it was my home Xbox, to be fair, I actually would have been able to play. I did get Overwatch initially because of stupid conflict. I might have actually enjoyed it if I didn't have a bad taste in my mouth of everything beforehand. Yeah, I mean, I'm complaining about those kinds of people something, but I am one of those people. Like, I won't buy or play Overwatch. I'm sure it'd be fun, and I get tempted because it's kind of like the forbidden fruit, but I won't do it. I was Team Battleborn. So, you know, it's just human psychology, I guess, but I still can understand while I'm saying these things that it can't be good for games. The competition might be initially good, but in the long run, we miss out on some games like Battleborn because of it. I have no doubt Shadowkeep will do fucking great, though. People will spend their, it's what, 40 bucks? 40 bucks? It's as much as Borderlands 3 for that expansion pack, pretty much. You can buy Cyberpunk for the price of that expansion, and everyone will fucking love it. They'll fucking love it. Because it's Johnny come lately. And I'm gonna sit there with my little phone book and all my little notes and scribbles like a lunatic and say, they've sinned, they've sinned, they've sinned. Don't we remember? Don't forget the ultra violence. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be able to do that with Borderlands 3, and how cool is that? I'll be able to just like bring my Xbox One X out of storage and plug in my disc for Borderlands 3 and be like, hey, let's play some split screen on this franchise I used to love. That's within the realm of possibility. A possibility that is not at all likely with Destiny 1. Or even Destiny 2 probably at that point. What's up with these little... Oh, I can catch them.
Whoa, you didn't say the blood
Come here, baby. Why? I keep pressing X on you. Is she healing me? Oh, wait. Okay, I caught her. Now she's healing me. Sweet. Oh, I messed up. Oh, I messed up.